Good morning, trading card fans. Welcome to my weekly What is Selling on eBay and TCG Player podcast. In this week's episode, I'm going to pack up a few orders and ship them out today and let you know what I learned along the way. The first item I sold was a playset of 4 spikes from Legends Magic the Gathering 1994, signed on the front by Brian Wackwitz. I had these signed at a recent MagicCon event. This particular playset is in my personal collection. The other set on eBay I sold and packed up and shipped out yesterday. So I do like eBay for signed cards over TCG Player because you can list more photos and show the actual condition of the cards and their autographs to the buyers before you sell them, so they know exactly what they're buying before they purchase. On TCG Player, you upload just based on the card name, and they have a very stock description of the card. And so most of the cards sold on TCG Player are non-signed cards. And if you are selling signed cards on TCG Player, you need to be very specific in the description or upload photos so that the buyer knows to check the notes of the condition before they purchase the card. Otherwise, they're thinking they're going to buy an unsigned card. That's the default, and they may be disappointed if they receive a signed card that you took to a MagicCon to get signed. The other items I sold on eBay this week were pre-constructed Sorcery decks. Sorcery just announced that Gothic is coming out in December, so people are noticing the game of Sorcery and trying to get involved. And there's so many cards out there right now that they don't know where to start. So I took the liberty of building these pre-constructed 60-card decks using Arthurian Legends cards. They are 40 spells and 20 atlases for a very beginner level kitchen table pre-constructed deck experience. Sorcery also announced that they will be doing pre-constructed decks for Gothic like they did for Alpha Beta, but for whatever reason they didn't do pre-constructed decks for Arthurian Legends, so that's where I'm here to help you out. I made a Druid deck using Earth Elemental cards. This sold on eBay this week. I have a few more of these available. If you're interested in getting into Sorcery, you can check that out on eBay. My site is also jdj-sapphire. I'll put it in a little team bag with a thank you for your purchase sticker. The other deck that sold this morning was the Archimago deck. I have a fire build and a water build. This is the fire build using 40 fire cards, spells, and 20 atlases. You can buy multiple of these decks and combine them. If you want to do a multicolored deck, you can buy 2 60-card decks. Pick your favorite 100 cards if you want and build a 50-30 deck. That's going on today. The last deck that I sold is the Templar deck from Arthurian Legends. This is a 2-color deck. It uses fire and water, I believe. Yep, and it involves the Knights and the Sirs, and it's again 40-20, 60-card deck. It also comes with the Lance tokens because it uses the Lance ability. So I'll pack this one up and ship this one out today as well. So thank you to all my eBay customers who purchased items on eBay this week. Shifting over to TCG Player, the first thing I sold this week were some Flesh and Blood Tales from Aria first edition booster boxes. I have 4 booster boxes left. I'm keeping them in this sealed case in case somebody wants to buy all 4 boxes. I'll ship those out together. But this is what's left of my Flesh and Blood. I have 1 box of Super Slam left, and then these 4 boxes of Aria. I will pick up more from time to time from Rudy at Alpha Investments. I am collecting the Rudy Gem Keeper puzzle cards, so occasionally when he releases Flesh and Blood sets, they come with the puzzle cards, so I like to buy those and complete the puzzle. There is another Flesh and Blood set coming out later this year that I will get into and sell those on eBay and TCG Player as well. I've also been selling a lot of singles on TCG Player. My first Spider-Man card sold this week. This is the Peter Parker's camera. You saw me open up this in my pre-release deck box. This was the most expensive card I pulled out of that box at about $4, and I sold it on TCG Player for $4.75 plus 99-cent shipping, which minus fees. If you're shipping this out first class, you'll end up paying about $4.75 to ship it, which means you'll be not making any money, possibly losing money if you ship this out first class ground. So the way to avoid losing money on selling singles on TCG Player is to work your way up to level 4 seller, where you can offer free shipping or discounted shipping, and then use what I call is the non-machinable rate postage stamp. from the USPS. I've shipped a number of eBay cards out using the eBay envelope method, and for 74 cents and maybe a single top loader on the card. I'm using 2 top loaders here for the non-machinable. It's much more sturdier. You got to pay a little bit more for it, but I think it's a little more durable in shipping. USPS has been returning some of those 74-cent envelopes and saying 49 cents postage is due for non-machinable rate. So to avoid that hassle and delay, I'm just going to put everything in double rigid top loaders, team bag it, put a thank you sticker on it, put it in an envelope with a sturdy cardboard backer so that the card is very secure in the envelope. I'll put the shipping label inside there as well. I'll seal this up, and you can see that this is very sturdy. It's not bendable. It's not going to be able to go through the standard mail sorters that you would with a first class 74-cent stamp on it. So I'm going to make sure this goes non-machinable rate. And so I bought a sheet of non-machinable stamps. These are about $1.27, something like that, $1.23 for each of these stamps. But you can peel these off. You can stick these on your envelopes. You can put your buyer's address here, your return address here, lick it up, seal it up, put this in the mail. This is not going to bend. They're not going to bend their cards in the mail. It won't go through the sorters because they'll know it's not machinable, and they won't charge you extra postage because you paid the $1.20 necessary to ship it non-machinable rate. So that's my tips and trips for this week on selling on eBay and TCG Player. Stay tuned for next week's update on what is selling on eBay and TCG Player. Appreciate all the likes, comments, and subscriptions on this series, and we'll see you in next week's video. Thanks, everyone. Happy collecting.